Hello, this is the Sky Drinker, also known as Sky, also known as Noah Sky in real life, and today I'm going to show you Crab Toss, if you haven't seen it already. Crab Toss is part of the most recent Southsun update, and it's just a mini game that involves tossing crabs, and if you get rewards at the end in a chest that spawns after the match based on how well you did. Guaranteed carcass shells, you get more the higher rating you are of carcass shells, and you can get greens and stuff. I think you might be able to get yellows. I don't know. I haven't gotten yellows, but I don't exactly know the drop rate. But yeah, it's a fun thing to play to kill time, just in case there's nothing else you want to do and you like tossing crabs. Now, this is Carlotta, and she's who you talk to join the crab tossing arena. Sure, sign me up. You can ask her about the game first, I guess, if you don't want to just go in and man mode it. This is located in Sawtooth Bay, in between Captain's Retreat and Pearl Islet. It's actually faster to go from Captain's Retreat to Sawtooth Bay. You'll see that you can actually just walk through the back of the camp here and come here. So yeah, there's that. And I'm going to show you guys the abilities you get in Crab Toss, and then I'm going to show you a Crab Toss match. So you guys can kind of have a feel for it if you want to go kill some time and get all the random crab-based achievements. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I'm in a Crab Toss match that I'm clearly not trying to win, because I'm going to show you guys the skills. Your one skill is Swipe. Swipe at a competitor and steal whatever they're carrying. What they're carrying is typically the crab. You can also steal item buffs, usually the crab. It's on a 4-second cooldown, so you don't want to miss it, because chances are they'll get an endurance roll-up, or, someone else will beat you out of the way before you get a chance to swipe again. Find a rock. Use it, change your first skill to Toss Rock, dazing your target. It's not tremendously useful, except for in very niche situations when you daze them to stop them from using whatever item pickup they have. It's actually more effective on players not holding the crab than players that are holding the crab. So yeah. 3 is Dash. You run in a direction based on how long you hold down the key. Don't forget to hold down the key. If you just press it, you won't go very far. And you auto-evade the entire time. And you move very quickly. I just get hit by a rock. There you go, I'm dazed. Woo. But, it's good to use Dash immediately after you get the crab, because it's kind of like a get-out-of-jail-free card for a short period of time. Keep in mind that at the end of Dash, for whatever reason, you are rendered immobile and unable to use skills for a short period of time. You're not dazed or stunned or anything, it just kind of has like a recharge period before you can use anything else. Your fourth skill is Punch. Also on a 4-second cooldown. You punch a competitor, dazing them and causing them to drop the crab. Not as reliable as Swipe because you don't get the crab automatically, but it does allow you to knock the crab out of someone's hands, which then causes like a mad dash for the crab, and you can kind of, reap the confusion you've sown and grab the crab before anyone else gets it. So, yeah, those are the basic skills, and let's go over the item ones. As you can see, I am holding a 2x4, or a plank as the game calls it, and picking up the plank changes your one skill to Plank Smash, which has a leap attack that knocks down the person you hit if you hit them, and breaks the plank and causes them to drop the crab. The 2 skill is you swing it, causing a blowout, which just knocks people back in an AoE and breaks the plank as well. Plank is not one of the greater ones. The 1 is pretty good, but it's a little bit buggy. Its hit detection is kind of weird, so I wouldn't rely on it too bad. I have never used swing plank to any great effect, but that might just be my own failing rather than the plank itself. But the 1 skill is really solid, and I mean it's pretty solid. It's good stuff. And I have the crab. Alright, I guess we're gonna get a short tutorial here of me having the crab. When you're holding the crab, you get a 1 skill, which is Crab Smash. It allows you to hit someone with the crab, which knocks them down and gives you a chance to kind of recoup. The 2 skill on the crab is what I just did there, which is throwing the crab. So there you go. Those are the crab skills. Let's see what the next item is. Another item you can get is Southsun Punch. It replaces the 5 skill on your bar, which is actually not used by anything, which makes it really handy because it won't replace another item if you have it. So you could actually have the plank taking up your first 2 skills, and then drink Southsun Punch as your last skill. Southsun Punch regenerates all of your endurance and your health. So while it can be helpful when you are chasing the crab carrier or trying to survive, it's most useful while you have the crab, because it allows you to use Dash to make some distance, dodge when people get close to you, dodge again, and then drink it and dodge 2 more times. There is also damage in this game based on, swipe and rock throw and punch and stuff. So you actually can get downed. I mean, you come back to life after, but you can get downed. So the fact that it restores health is also extremely helpful for holding the crab, because if you get downed by holding the crab, you drop the crab. That's a giant Carcut. Those things roll around on the field and kill everyone they touch, so yeah, don't get hit by those. You can also get, appropriately, a Carcut Egg, which you throw it, and it immobilizes everyone in the blast radius. It's got a pretty long range on it, actually. I mean, I can toss that fairly far away, and what it does is it makes a big puddle of goop that immobilizes people who are standing in it. It's good for holding someone still while you go to grab the crab. It's a pretty standard one. It's one of my favorite to use. I get the most use out of it. So, yeah, that's what I would suggest. I would use it on larger amounts of enemies rather than smaller amounts of enemies, because it means that people can't run you down immediately after you get the crab, and yeah, it's a solid ability. This is the anchor, and it gives you the anchor fling, and you throw it high in the air and it knocks down your target when it returns to the ground. So actually, you would try to pick out the person with the crab in the hopes that they'd have the crab for a significant period of time, and then you just wing the anchor at them, and it kind of comes down eventually, and knocks them down. So it's kind of a delayed thing. It's not tremendously useful in my experience, but I have seen it do some funny things. It's kind of just, yeah, that was sick. One of the better items you can get is the fishing pole, and it actually lets you target a player, presumably the one with the crab, get hit by a giant crab, and it lets you reel in the crab almost if you're in range. I'm trying to grab this up again. There we go. If you're in range of them, then it'll actually grab the crab, knock them down, and bring the crab back to you. If you use it on a random player, it'll just kind of pull them back. There's no real use for that unless it's like a 1v1 or like a 2v1 or something like that, and there's like one other player competing for the crab. So this is actually one of the greater ones, in my opinion. Fun to use and generally more effective, but sometimes, like you see there, the hit detection's a little bit buggy. There seems to be like a drop rate difference. It took me a few crate smashes to get this, actually, compared to the other ones. So it might be good to keep that in mind. That, I'm not really sure what happened there. Usually the crab gets pulled to you. But yeah, it's a good one. If you can get this, use it well, because it's definitely one of the stronger ones in the set. But like I said, it kind of seems a little bit buggy. Yep. And I was lucky enough to get the conch, which also fills in your 5 slot, much like the Southsun punch, and it's an AoE fear. It's one of those things that, again, like the Southsun punch, is most effective when used while you are holding the crab, so that people who are in your immediate vicinity, where there will always be people, run away from you, buying you some more time with it. So yeah, conch is very strong, but like Southsun punch, definitely best utilized when you are the crab holder. All right. Those are the items. Let's see some flat gameplay. That's not just 3 seconds of me getting the crab thrown to me. Alright, so I'm going to play an actual full game of crab toss, of which the objective, as you might have guessed from the few clips earlier, and the name, is to grab the crab and hold the crab for the longest amount of time, and steal the crab from other people, and use items to secure the crab from those who would defy you. Now, at the beginning of the game, the crab is tossed to a pseudo-random location, but if you pay attention to the crab tosser, crab toss referee, you can actually tell more or less where it's going to be. It's kind of difficult to gauge the distance he will throw it, but you can definitely get a feel for where it's going to land, and that'll give you a little bit of a heads up. The first crab grab is kind of up in the air. Usually 3-4 people will run for it. They'll see where it's going and they'll all go for it. You'll see this with the items a lot too. People will all play press F at the same time, but only one person is going to actually get the crab. So it's a little bit of a toss-up as to who that person will be. It happens with items a lot. You might break the crate, but someone else will pick up your item even though you presumably press it at the same time. It's just kind of the way it is. You got to deal with it. ArenaNet kind of has a history of derpy mini games, both in like the nature of the mini game and just the execution of it. But it's a small thing. It's a small thing. I mean, plus it's all for fun. All for fun and sweet, sweet victory. I'm currently crab toss champion, by the way. Pretty much the best. Not a big deal. Throwing the crab. The big Carcut, like I said earlier, will run you over and knock you out of the running for a short period of time. You'll be downed, you'll lose all your HP, but you'll pop back up. But it takes time out, so you'll see I'm down, and yeah, I mean, that's all that is time, and right there, this is me going to grab for the plank, and then the guy getting it first. It's not necessarily that big of a deal when you die, but it is time spent that you are not getting the crab. You'll see that I've been out of the crab getting loot for quite a while, and as a result, I'm probably going to get passed in points soon. I have 51 points. You see I have the record up there. But it's looking pretty grim. The little things on the ground, Carcut hatchlings, which you're familiar with if you've been in the Southsun area at all, are they cling to parts of your body. You can have 3 of them on you total, and they slowly hinder different things. One on your face will cause you blindness, meaning your attacks will miss. Oh, hell yeah, crab carrying competitor. And one on your legs will cripple you, obviously. And I'm not actually sure what the third one does. I think it just does whatever, and they all damage you over time, so it's just inconvenient to have on you, especially in this. So you're trying to dodge the Carcut hatchlings as well as the big Carcut while holding the crab, while dodging a bunch of other people who all also want the crab. The crab is a very desirable object. I mean, people are killing each other in this gladiatorial pit purely for the crab. It's serious shit. Now, it took me a few games to be proficient at this. I mean, I don't really know if it's possible to be, MVP #1 crab champion, though I definitely aspire for it because that sounds awesome. But there are a lot of dumb luck elements, such as what people get out of crates, whether what they get out of crates, it works well, like the hit scan works well or something like that. Sometimes someone will fish and rod the crab right out of your hands across the map. Sometimes it'll just fly in a random direction and it won't matter. Do you get hit by 40 Carcut? It's somewhat within your control, but you also might run out of endurance and get hit by them. Sometimes the Carcut hatchlings are a little bit difficult to dodge, but it's fun. It's definitely. I completed all the achievements for the Southsun event, or all of the available achievements, very shortly after the patch was released. So, okay, I don't know what the fuck that was. I clearly grabbed that crab, but yeah. So, it's just a nice little thing to do. The fact that it gives loot is definitely a bonus. There you go. I don't have a crab, so you can drop shit all over me as much as you like. And, I've been killing some time with it. I mean, it gives you... I've made some money off this. It's not like a reliable money-making scheme, I'm not running a big money corporation here, but the fact of the matter is, I'm just chasing a crab around for 5 minutes and selling greens and stuff, so... It's kind of nice. It's definitely a fun thing to use. And dash, the ability I referenced earlier, as kind of like your main "yo, I got the crab, you can't have it" ability. You want to use that shortly after you get the crab, immediately if possible, and you want to use it in the opposite direction that the mob is moving. Seems like common sense, but I've seen a lot of people just like go with the grain of the mob while holding the crab and using dash, and obviously they don't keep the crab for a long time. Like this. I lost the crab immediately there, so that's a poor example. There's a crab on my head and I'm blind. But like that, you want to move in the opposite direction so that there's the least likely chance of people God damn it. Plank, why you let me down? So that there's the least likely chance of people stealing a crab away from you as soon as you get it. There's like a grace period when you pick it up that other people can't get it from you for, but it's a little bit open-ended as to exactly how long that is and what determines when it's over. So you kind of just want, you don't want to instantly spam the crab steal button upon, seeing someone pick it up, but you do want to, like be ready for it, I guess. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, no! I'm so close to leading. I'm not gonna get it though. Wait. No. Whatever. I'm a top player. You can see there that guy gets a crown. You get a crown. If you win, it's like costume brawl. There's like quite a few chieves to get from this, and there's a chest at the end, which never a waste of time. Always gives you carcass shells, and yeah, that's crab toss. Hope you guys enjoyed my video. Like, subscribe, and maybe I'll see you around Southsun. Peace.